Hey there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're doing fast and easy cards using the Simon Says Stamp August 2020 card kit. We are making 6 cards, super easy, and I thought that we would use all the elements from the stamp kit along with some little extras such as just one little die cut. And this is a great video if you want to create a ton of cards super easy, super quick. And so we're going to begin with layered stamping. And for this, we're going to be using, of course, the Simon Says Stamp Hello Sunshine 6x8 clear stamp kit. We use a Hello Sunshine and the little sun, and then that strip below. Then you're going to need Distress Oxide and Scattered Straw and Sunshine. And this is going to be the main part of the sun. And then we're going to do some heat embossing with black using the Simon Says Clear and the black embossing powder. We're going to cut our card 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. I like pre-cutting all my cardstocks 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, but I wanted to do squares. So I just went ahead and just trimmed the excess off of that 5 1/2. We're going to begin by stamping the little part of the sun, the little rays in that sunshine color right on the center. Well, I'm going to say right on the center, but it wasn't right on the center. And then with the same color, we're going to bring in the little circle and putting that right in the middle as well. And I'm holding it just for a couple seconds to really allow my cardstock to soak it up. Then we're going to use the Scattered Straw Distress Oxide, and I just wanted to use a very light yellow, which I didn't have in my Simon color variations. So I thought, you know what, we're going to stamp with Distress Oxide and see how it goes. And it actually worked out really well. So that's that large rectangular strip, and I didn't have a long enough block. So what I did, I measured out, hey, this card's only, 4 1/4, and I'm only going to stamp about 4 inches to 3 1/2 inches of that. So just using that bottom part of the stamp block. So if you don't have a large stamp block, especially when you get these large stamps in a 6x8 stamp set, you can still use them with a regular stamp block. Just, try to make sure that it is long enough for what you're stamping. So I'm adding these rays. I thought that I would try to line these up with the little rays from that darker yellow, and it didn't work out. So what I went ahead is just kind of followed around, and then when it was all done, I filled in by doing some second generation stamping. And second generation stamping is you stamp once with your stamp full of ink, and then you stamp again without re-inking. And so it just creates a lighter version of the same thing that you just stamped, and it makes it kind of nice, and it fills it up. So we're going to fill in some of those spaces with that second generation stamping, and I am speeding this up just so you can see the finished effect on it now that you've learned this technique. So this is a great way to just do some stamping on a card. All right, we're going to remove everything, and we are going to do some heat embossing using that Hello Sunshine. Be sure that your stamping, that yellow stamping you did earlier, is completely dry so it doesn't stick to it. And so that's what I'm doing. So I actually paused my video, make sure I heat embossed the whole thing first, and then stamped that Hello Sunshine and brought that black powder. I'm going to use my Werner gun, and all products for this video will be listed down below on my YouTube channel. So there we go. You got the Hello Sunshine. We're going to place this stamped card onto that yellow cardstock. And you know what? I felt it needed something extra. So we're going to grab the Doodlebug's Barbie Cute stickers, and I've added a piece of foam in the back, and this is a great way to make die cuts or die cut images from stickers. And then just adding that little happy cloud onto the card, and it just gives it a nice little fun look. And so I'm really happy with the way this turned out, doing some simple stamping and combining stickers and heat embossing. So super simple and stuff that you should have in your craft room. Next, we're moving to sticker accents, and everything is pre-cut. Here we go. We're using the awesome sentiment from the Hello Sunshine stamp set. You make me happy every day. And I love that red. I thought this would be really fun. And then we're using the stickers from the Doodlebug Barbecue. I've added foam in the back, so we're going to use these sticker elements to create a card. Again, we're going to use the 6x6 paper from the Doodlebug Barbecue. And I have, again, 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 square cards. And so I'm really loving this 4 1/4, 4 1/4 because like I said, I usually pre-cut all my card bases for A2 sizes, and then I can just grab it from my scraps and grab it. So moving on, I have die cut an oval from the Barbecue 6x6 paper pad, and I'm going to place it off to the left, and I know I'm not putting in the center, and I'm going to cut the excess from that barbecued cardstock. I'm really loving this plaid. It's very lawn fawn-y, isn't it? I love it. And I think it works really well with the whole barbecue theme that we got going on. So we're going to trim that excess. Make sure that you use the line from your card base to trim it up. And there we have it. So this is, again, a super easy way to mass produce little mini cards. I mean, so it's not tiny, but it's not your full size card. I'm going to add that sentiment strip that we had earlier. And I've added foam adhesive to the back of this as well. I'm just going to remove those backers and place it on the card. Seriously, I think this is one of the easiest cards to make, especially if you mass produce everything. You go ahead and you die cut all your little circles or half circles. If you use a larger die that is a circular, you can just cut it in half and just use a half circle on it. Then we're going to add those stickers, and this stamp kit had so many sticker sheets. It had 2, but there's so many stickers on the sticker sheet that I felt that it would give me a ton of cards. And so far so good, right? So I know on this video this is our 2nd card. I'm like on my 8th card, and I can't wait to show you the other videos, but there's still so many elements of the kit left for me to create with. And that does it, guys. Have fun, super easy way to use the sticker elements, add some foam. All right, for our 3rd card, we are doing some watercolor backgrounds. We're going to be using the Simon Says Stamp Intense Black, again, using the Doodlebug Barbecue stickers and using that awesome little rainbow. And then we're going to use the stamp set from the Hello Sunshine. And you're going to need 6 colors of rainbow. And I actually follow the colors from the little rainbow sticker, so I wanted to show you. I've cut my cardstock 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and then the inside part is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. So that way you kind of get an inch all around. So back to my colors, I have some Zig clean color markers, and I just grabbed my little container of them and I brought it over with that sticker. And so I selected the red, the yellow, the green, the blue, and that darker blue, kind of purplish color, to try to match those colors as much as possible. And that way when I did my watercoloring, it would all match really well. I have a piece of cardstock. They have a plastic envelope in them. And so what I do is I draw these, because these are of course watercolor markers, they're water based. I add a little bit of water and then I grab it with my watercolor brush. So as you can see, we're just kind of dabbing those colors. This cardstock is not watercolor cardstock. This is the white 120 pound cardstock included in the kit, but I wanted to show you that you can use what's included in the kit to do watercolor. And so as you can see, I'm just dabbing these colors and we're gonna let it dry. I want to say it takes about 10 minutes to let this dry. You can speed up the process by using your heat gun, and then you can always blot it up and add more color if you feel that it wasn't dark enough. So that's what it looks like, a little bit darker, and that's exactly what I did. I did a second layer of watercolors. Make sure it's fully dried before you go and stamp your sentiment from the Hello Sunshine. And I am using the Intense Black ink from Simon. And so before I put my card together, I'm going to stamp the You're the Bright Spot in My Day, because I thought that little rainbow was super fun, and I'm just holding it down, especially just in case that my cardstock wasn't fully dried. And if it's not dry, it's gonna run your stamp. Then I'm gonna add the rainbow that I've added foam adhesive to it. But before that, you want to go put it on your card. I kind of forgot. I'm like, oh, I should probably glue it first onto the card base before I go putting that little rainbow. I was kind of excited to get colorful. All right, so I want to be sure that you note that because we did some watercolor, your sheet of paper that you have watercolored can curl. So be sure that you add adhesive to the corners, and that way it doesn't curl on you. It stays nice and flat on your card base. So put some adhesive all around the edges. And now, last but not least, I'm going to come in and put in that rainbow. And I had removed the backing, so I ended up with a little strawberry. But no worries. Just going to remove that. We're going to try to center it down below. So if you move your sentiment just a little further up, it works out. And here, I'm pretty happy. It's very clean and simple. No further embellishment needed unless you would want to. I think some clear, sparkly glitter would be awesome. But since I'm trying to stay to the contents of the kit, I felt this clean and simple card would be awesome. And last but not least, we are doing some cardstock backgrounds. And for this last little bit of the video, we are using the awesome Hello Sunshine, and I have heat embossed this in black cardstock and white cardstock. We of course have our 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 card base and cardstock, the pattern paper from the barbecue pattern paper. So I'm going to bring back my cardstock cover in an envelope, and we're going to bring in 3 colors of Distress Oxides, and these colors were inspired by the barbecue paper sheets. So all I'm doing is stamping these colors onto the acrylic or the paper that we got going on. I'm going to add some water to that white heat embossed stamp, and then I'm going to press it down. So you can do it any way you prefer. You can either watercolor directly with your Distress Oxides, but I thought this would be really kind of fun to do it and match those colors. I'm going to sop up the extra water that we got going on here, and there we have it. I really love the summery vibe this got, and if you feel that it needs more color in specific areas, feel free to stamp down a little more. We're going to set that aside to dry, and we're going to bring in a little more of that blue, or I believe this is peacock feathers, just because I thought it needed more blue on that to match that pattern paper. So again, feel free to match any colors to your pattern paper. So I'm loving this been there, sun that, super funny, super summery, right? And look at all that detail by doing that ink smooshing. All right, so I have my 4 1/4, 4 1/4, and I'm going to add some adhesive directly to it. And I have the pieces from the barbecued cardstock, pattern cardstock ready to go. I trimmed those 4 1/4, 4 1/4, and then I grabbed that square and lined up those 2 corners to my trim cutter and then cut it. And then you have these perfect little triangles, and these are 2-sided papers, so you can choose whatever color you got. So I'm going to repeat the process here, and I'm going to switch around the colors just a little bit. And I'm really loving the little stripes. So I'm just going to keep the stripes and switch out the other one because, you know, we don't want to make them exactly the same, but we want to be sure that these are coordinating. So if you're doing gifts to make, you know, stuff to make or stuff to sell, this is a great way to create little cards and trying to maximize the amount of stuff in your kit and maximizing your profits. So again, a super easy way to mass produce. So I'm going to add some foam adhesive to the back of both of these heat embossed sentiments. Of course, one's in black and one is in the white that we have watercolor smooshed. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But we're going to add that, and then we're going to add a little more of the foam adhesive to this because it kind of curls because it has been wet. And then last but not least, we of course are going to use those sticker elements again to decorate our card. We're going to add that cute little sun. Be sure that you don't stick that bottom part of the sticker. It is sticky. But that's why I've been adding 2 layers of foam to my stickers. And then I felt like this kind of looked like a Pepsi Cola. So, you know, we're going to add that. And we have 2 very easy summery cards. I hope you've enjoyed this super fast tutorial. We got 6 cards, very summer inspired. There's still a ton of stuff left in the kit to make more. Guys, all products are listed below. I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial, and please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You want to see another video? Click over on the right, recommended video. And then if you are an Instagrammer, go hop onto Instagram. I have so much inspiration for you. I share a bit of my personal life, and I can't wait to be friends with you. Thanks so much. Talk to you later. Have an awesome day. Bye.